so much for watching this ASMR tarot reading. This is, just an angel number oracle, and then we'll go through and get some different cards. But I am so happy to be here doing this reading for you. I have a bunch of longer readings on my channel if you're looking for something else to, doze off to. There's live videos on my channel where the readings are longer. So if you want to show some love to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and go watch those videos as well. But without further ado, this is your favorite ASMR oracle, and we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. So let's go ahead and see. We'll start with all of these, mind you. All of these were at random. So I do think that this can have some, energy about the theme of what the reading could be, possibly. But this says determination. If you can't read it, it says determination. This one is 8-8, the reward card, and this is the card of the Emperor, which is about, just authority, structure, and, being a leader. Not being like a dictator, but just being in the energy of someone who knows what they want and is able to, be determined enough to get the rewards. So I think that's perfect, that those all really go together. Also, that number has 4, and then this one is a double 8. So I don't know. Mind you, these cards are random, so if it has something to do with your reading, that's great. If not, we'll see whatever message Spirit has for you. So let's get it. Okay, Spirit, let's see, what card do we have perfectly for whoever is watching this video? What cards will perfectly tell you? Okay, so we have 717. 717. Oh, sorry. Okay, 717, the card of bravery. Bravery. I feel like that definitely goes with that energy too. Okay, let's see what else we got. Alright, we have this one, which is 51, which is like, I feel like we have this energy of 6, 7, 8, and just floating around. It's a card of optimism. 51, optimism. Alright, and we have the card of 525. Reshape. 525 reshape, okay. So, those cards being all here for you, we're going to go ahead and look and see what angel number meetings that these cards have. Let me know down below, like, which reading, or, just which, number you really resonate with. And, or, if you've been seeing any of these numbers, let me know in any way that you've been seeing them as well. So, the first card we have is really that 717 energy. And, it's like, have you been questioning whether you're heading in the right direction or not? It's that energy of like, if you're flowing, or if you feel like your intuition is flowing, that's the universe's like answer in order to give you like a yes. So you will never be sent something that you don't have the capacity to handle. So whatever your gifts are, you have the capacity to handle. Whatever your challenges are, you have the capacity to handle it. And you never know until you get to like the other side exactly what they're guiding you to do. But you have to, face down your fears and just trust in your heart. And when you do that, it can put you on the right track. So the message of this card is just like, you're on the right track. Don't stray away from where you're being called to. Like, that is a common saying that you won't be given more than you can handle, more than you can take. And sometimes we do take a lot of things, and we do have to know our limits. Obviously, I'm not telling you to run yourself around in circles, or just anything like that, but you also can't refuse to deal with any obstacles that are in your path because it allows you to take it up. And it's the energy that you can't, stay in your comfort zone as well. So right now you're just being guided towards opportunities, like a wide door of opportunities is flinging open, and being in tune with your spiritual side lets you know, to keep being brave and keep going on your journey. And also that's the energy, I feel like, of the, there we go, of the emperor, because it's like, being brave and being an authority over your life and choosing to trust yourself over fearing what's next, even when it gets difficult, right? So that is something that you have to master yourself. It's like an energy of, like I said, just mastering yourself and not letting what you go through determine who you will be, and this energy of 5151 lets you know all of this is like omens for you, right? Because the 5151 card is the card of optimism, telling you that you are on the right path, to keep your chin up and stick with a positive way of thinking. So right now your goals are definitely within reach. However, there may be like obstacles on the way. This card talks about obstacles too, so in life we can't get around those obstacles. But like I said, your obstacles even are things that you can handle as well. So just staying optimistic and flexible with your options is always the right answer. So right now, the upright meaning of this card is just about channeling your positive energy towards a desired goal. Even if you want to, channel your anger, you may want to start working out more, because it helps you just express that anger and, get that cloudiness out of your mind through your body. So when you use your body in order to, if you have cloudy moments in your mind, you may want to walk or, exercise, maybe even take up boxing to get that frustration out. And once you, do the fighter spirit in the physical, you have that fighter spirit on the inside as well, right? If you understand what I mean, drop a comment down below. But just noticing all of the possibilities and whatever unexpected places that you find them, and big changes and big opportunities are coming for you. So you're breaking free of whatever limiting beliefs and things like that that may have kept you stuck. And just being optimistic, it can do wonders for you. Not a lot of people think about that, but it is definitely it's an energy that you have to take on, right? So the energy of the 525 is one of, reshape. So it's about, considering this a call to reflect on the things that feel maybe out of whack in your life. So if you have been facing an obstacle, like I said in the previous two cards, it's like these two cards talks about the obstacles, and this one I feel like talks about what you can do with the obstacles. So when you go through something, it's like that energy of like whatever has been weighing on you, whatever imbalances, it's like what steps can you take to address them, and knowing that you have the power and the strength to implement changes in your life. So we're not saying it'll be easy, but your angels are supporting you, right? And remember that the energy you put out in this universe is the one that you will attract, right? So if you are having that energy, even if there are moments in your day where you're like, okay, this obstacle is kind of getting in my way, getting on my nerve. If you face that obstacle with bravery, if you face that obstacle with optimism, then that will reshape the way that things turn out for you. Because what you, like I said, what you're sending out, so you don't want to fully be all the time in the anger. If you're feeling frustrated and angry, there are things that you can do. Like I said, physical things that you can do. Writing, even if you are not able to work out to a certain degree. I feel like walking is fine, but write your frustrations away. Get some way for those frustrations that are in your mind to get out of your mind and express them in the world, so that you don't keep them there and keep emitting a frequency that is like more low vibrational. You understand what I mean? So it's that energy of healing. You heal the habit of fear and embrace the habit of trust, trusting in yourself. If you can't trust in yourself, like you can't trust in anything. So you definitely should, have that energy of like adjusting yourself and take responsibility of whatever was in the past, whatever's in the future, and knowing that you taking that responsibility and holding that authority over your life is what propels you forward. You're right. So being accountable for your actions and your choices. Take a moment to like check in and reflect, and just make whatever changes, even if they are difficult, of course. So I love that energy for you. I think the reshape energy is like perfect. Like I said, with the energy of like obstacles, you can't get around them. So it's best if you walk through them with the energy of bravery. So with that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle and see exactly what comes out. Alright. Okay, Spirit, let's see. What perfect message do you have for the person watching this video at this time? Thank you. Okay. So we have another card, which is the Emperor is not seen as a king, it's seen as an emperor, but it's definitely on the throne and it's definitely like an authoritative figure, just like the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is like typically the last one in the deck. So it is the card that once you have reached through all your obstacles, this is what you reach. You know, the King of Pentacles, which is like the energy of wealth, leadership, stability, generosity, and security. So being secure within yourself, being brave, having that energy and not letting your obstacles overtake you so that you can reach this energy. I feel like we all, at the end of our life, have that version of us that's sitting on the throne. The female, the male within us, the feminine and the masculine within us is whatever you identify, as. But it's just that energy where you can picture yourself on that throne at your highest self, whatever that looks like for you individually. And what you have to do, what your goal is throughout this lifetime, is to continue to be brave no matter what is thrown at you. Whatever obstacles you come across is about, leading yourself through that. Not looking for a leader, but becoming the leader. It's kind of like the movies, the Jedi movies, and just different things like that have been shown where they run around and they're looking for someone to teach them how to be the best version of themselves. And what they realize once they reach an obstacle like Darth Vader is that, the master that we're looking for was hidden inside of them all along. And it really just took a challenge to bring that out of them. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it's not all about, just that energy of what. It's not all about, looking for someone to be a leader. It's about taking that leader energy. And, we still, even after all of that shuffling I did, is still, I feel on that card at the bottom of the deck, like I really shuffled. So, let's get another. Alright, and we have the one. So, crazy how I said, like, this is the ending, and what you're beginning, like, it's never too late for you to begin again. So I feel like that's the optimism card, just telling you, like, also the number 6 is the number that knows change, right? So 5 denotes change, and then 6 denotes like you moving on, you moving toward that change. 5 is like that reshift of your mind, the reshaping of your mind. That's why you have like 5s here, but not just thinking about the fact that you need to change, but also, when you are moving, you making that change, and you're actually working toward it. So we have new beginnings, inspiration, creativity, passion, confidence, courage, power, and growth is all here for you. Like the energy of the Ace of Wands is like telling you that new ideas, new optimism, new like energy of like taking that leap, not being scared to grow and to change, and have a lot of courage, be determined and not let anything stop you. That's how you get to your highest and best self. And whatever your highest and best self is, it's yours. It's not something, like I said, that other people can really tell you specifically like how it will happen, but you will know and understand that this level of inspiration, this level of creativity and confidence, it is unlike anything else. And you get mistaken, the amazing way that you will grow along your journey. That's a part of the reward for you. So it's not just about, being your greatest self. It's about, that becoming is so and powerful and important to you. Let's get another. Alright, so for your last card, are you ready? Are you ready? We have the Queen of Swords. So I said, that energy of like you sitting sitting on the throne, whether you're masculine or whether you're feminine. However, you choose to show up in the world. I personally choose to identify with both, right? Because we all have the masculine and the feminine within ourselves. So it's really about, alchemizing and balancing within ourselves, right? So it's having enough wisdom and objectivity to understand, like, why you need that other side of yourself, because you need that fighter spirit, and that fighter spirit is more deeply connected to your masculine side of yourself. But you also need the smart side that is like knowing what battles to take on, knowing how to get out of certain battles, how to, it's bravery, right? So it's not just about, that bravery is the energy of, the masculine that's like, I'm going for what I want. And the feminine is the one that tells you where that path is, how it leads. So if you reach an obstacle and you're like, damn it, I don't know how to get around this, your feminine is like, you know what, go this way instead of going that way. You understand? So it's about, nurturing that intuition side of yourself, because it's just as important as that side of you that just wants to take up and fight, right? So what's actually crazy is that you have the card, the number 7 card. Let me know which number you've been seeing. Which number resonates with you the most as well. But it's the card of willpower, direction, courage, and forward movement. So I want you to understand that, this energy that is telling you, forward movement is here because it's like you also need direction. So when you get in your car, you need a place to go. So you already have all of the power that you need in the car, right? And that's actually kind of crazy that I mentioned like the masculine, feminine, and balancing it, because that's what this denotes as well, right? So in order for you, I love the Chariot card because it's like you are sitting on your throne, but you have direction, you have a movement, you have a place that you're going, a journey, and yeah, that direction is so important. Like having all the horsepower, right? You get it with a car, but how having all of that horsepower, it may or may not mean anything depending on what you decide to do with it. If you don't know where to go in the car, then you probably won't, turn the key over and move anywhere. But you'll think about it a lot, which is, the energy of like having the inspiration and the creativity and the all of that at your disposal, but then not deciding to be confident, not deciding to have courage, not deciding to step into your power. You understand what I mean? So let's get, mind you, we have this card at the bottom, the determination card. It is so yellow, but I hope you can see it well enough. Yeah, you can. Okay, so it's just that energy of, determination. Let's see what we get out of this deck. Alright, we have the card of energy. Energy. I feel like energy is so limitless. Like, there's nowhere that you plug yourself in as a human, but you get energy. You get it from the sun, from your food, from sleeping. And so, just cultivating how you get your energy. So if you feel like, wow, I don't know if I have the energy to continue, like, to sit on my throne, I put it on this card. Not just because it's in the center, but this kind of denotes like the energy of optimism and new beginnings and energy. And when we begin a journey, we have so much energy, right? But after, we maybe face some rejection, right? We may have like some apprehensiveness about continuing on our journey. But it does take balance at the end of the day, in order to reach our end of the journey. So it takes that masculine and the feminine balance, and it also takes just that, also the reflection and forward movement. I'm showing you the card, the forward movement, right, in order for you to reach your level of happiness. So I feel like these cards are in line for a great reason. But let's go ahead and get just some more energy on the energy. Just thinking about that Beyonce song that's called Energy. And maybe you're just thinking about all of the things that you will do or you want to do, and if you're not thinking about them in a positive way, then it's about changing asks you to pay attention to the energy that you've like either recently cultivated or would like to cultivate. So you create the vibe. You are the vibe. You are the vibe of optimism. It doesn't just happen to you. You're not just optimistic. You create the vibe of optimism, and then big blessings come to you, right? You are someone who is brave, and then you feel like that courage to keep going on to your journey. You understand? So it's like tap into the momentum of like anything that you've been working on. Get started on something again. Get excited about something again. That's the energy of the Ace of Wands that's under here. It's like, taking those mundane blahs, blah blah blah, and having like a new version of inspiration and creativity. Like maybe the way you were doing something wasn't the best way to go about it, but now you can, try something new. Just try something new, and you never know what could take you. And don't be scared, because this shows you have all the energy in the world. You have all the time in the world. So really put it out and put it forth. Like I said, try something new. That's why I made this video today, even a new way, because I was doing, like I said, a lot of lives on my channel, and I kind of got not complacent, but I just maybe it became just a bit tired, or not tired of doing them, but it's just like that energy of like being mundane. It gets mundane after you do so much, and then you're like, okay, well, I want to see these results, and I want to see them now. And you do see results, but you kind of take them for granted. So don't take all of your hard work and your beauty and everything that you've been working on for granted. Just get excited about it again. And even like I said, anything that's mundane, like maybe even cleaning your home, that is a way to think about cleaning your home in a different way, rather than being tired of it. Think of it like, okay, I'm bringing a new level of abundance to myself now. When you clean up around your space, it's actually said to bring you more prosperity, because of the energy has more ways to flow, right? Energy is a real thing, and that's like your currency. So now is the time to pursue whatever has been calling to you, and whatever you may be put down because you feel like you didn't see the results that you wanted to see. Now is your time to reshape it, rethink it, and use your wisdom, use your Queen of Swords energy to be like, hey, how can I use my discernment and my sharpness and my swiftness? The Queen of Swords is like the mental energy. How can I use that energy in order to really push myself forward? So I will read you these quotes on the cards, and it says, the King of Pentacles is like, be the leader to protect financially and emotionally. So it's like not just, I love the King of Pentacles because it's not just like thinking about the energy of the physical, but it's also thinking about the emotional and the mental side of it as well. So, and on this one we have a spark of creativity ignites within you. Embrace the fire of inspiration and take action. Action is so important. When you have the inspiration, just do it. You don't even have to plan it so well. It's sometimes your intuition, which is also the feminine side of like wisdom, is telling you to act and being able to discern. So in the last one it says, be sharp and discerning, able to cut through the illusions and get to the heart of the matter. So getting to the heart of the matter is kind of crazy, because it's like